Oh, hi to myself and anyone else who is following along with Akashic Records. My goodness, it's already hot flash. Okay. And the clothes come off. All right. Okay, so yeah, that's still part of my life. Good Lord, that I am clothed. There's, okay. Hi. It's February right now, but Happy New Year. I'm doing January's Akashic morning meditation journals, and on again, off again with Magnus has continued. I think maybe it's done continuing, but we'll see. Fertility things. Good Lord, this is a season. World things. We're going through it, huh? Coming into the year of the horse. I don't mind the exposure. Light's coming in. New Earth's coming in. That feels good. So, yeah, I'm just going to start January 5. Good Lord, it's hot. Oh my goodness. Okay. January 5, 2026. The Andromedan Mothers are speaking. Welcome, daughter of the light. We, the Andromedan Mothers, join you in prayer and come with assistance in the many questions you are asking. Let us begin with Magnus, for this experience is a primary cause of your current anxiety. Decisions made from joy are right for you. Decisions made from fear will carry that vibration into the event with you. It is both tenuous and tentative between you and Magnus. It feels unstable because it is. Yet there is nothing for you to fix, change, or even be burdened by here. He invited you to try a new way. You said yes because there is genuine joy in your physical expression together. Throughout history, it has been challenging to be a mother without her masculine to provide for the family. Though you have heard leave Aurelius often from higher planes, and though Magnus has pressed hard for an uprooting of your entire life, there is a true truth hardwired into female mammalian DNA that she needs her partner so she is safe to raise her young. We are mothers. We understand your heart and your biology. And a season of change is come, is now. What is the next right step? Follow your joy. What delights you? What brings you genuine happiness? None of woman's work in gestating, birthing, or raising the new is quick process. You love your grandchildren, your children, your tarot cards. You can spend hours playing, learning, growing, shaping, following threads, flowing the trail. You are joyous when bringing others into the records, being in the soul field with another. There is a path for you, and there is fluidity. Do not step before it is time, but when time comes, move immediately. This is our advice to you. There is still some preparation needing to take place, but in our view, you do not need to buy a home. That will be provided for you. Though the statement, God works in mysterious ways, can be something of a trite line, there is also a truth in this, for God does work in mysterious ways, and God works for you. Be curious more than controlling. Expect miracles and watch them come. Explore the relationship between faith and free will, then simply allow God to work on your behalf, for you have been a faithful, devoted daughter, and you have an inheritance waiting that is not only spiritual in nature. A portable gypsy hut is not silly. It could be very aligned. Land is a better investment than a home right now. Sirius brings in new codes, and a new way of being human is come. Simply be the feminine that you are. Be flexible, be adaptable, be open to out-of-the-box solutions. Again, we say hold your joy, hold your effervescence, hold your play. Do not take this experiment too seriously, for all is well, and all shall be well. We leave you now with the covering of peace, protection, and gifts unexpected. The light comes, a new way is now. You are the creation and the birth. Hold it as such, and so it will be. It is done, it is done, it is done. Amen. I love tequila time. January 6, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Good morning, Seraphina. daughter of my heart and beloved of Magnus. Sit with me. We will speak on this matter, for it is important and you do need to find peace in it. Magnus is in service to you, dear one, but through active disruption rather than gentle support. The more he uses his power to push you, to cause you to follow the path he wishes for his life, the more you will resist, and the more determined you will become to find your own. This is a gift. This is aligned. When we reflect back on your most recent separation, how did you feel without him? That deep sigh. Exactly. You missed Magnus, thought of him consistently, lost much sleep trying to understand him, understand what had taken place between you, yet your own frequency was that of peace. You are lonely without aligned partnership, but in my opinion, Magnus is not an aligned partner, for his fixation on you causes you to feel pulled into a task you do not desire, that of being someone else's source or resource. You are compelled by him. There is magnetic power flowing back and forth between you. He is trying in a way he never has before, and he is still missing you in it. Magnus is working to shift his paradigm, his beliefs, his strong preferences, so that he becomes a partner you will keep. Not so that he can simply love, enjoy, support, delight in you today. And this is the only timeline you are open to with him. It is not wrong, his thought form, hard work will get me what I want, for his hard work has overcome many obstacles in his path through this lifetime and others. He is being more honest with you than he ever has before in saying, I want the kind of commitment you give Aurelius. Yet the strong bond you have with Aurelius has come from being comrades in battle together. Magnus is not fighting with you to accomplish anything, where you and Aurelius were fighting to literally survive, to raise children, to break family bonds, to leave unhealthy religious ties behind. Though you were never partners in romantic love, you did have many of the same goals. You and Magnus do not currently have one shared goal, which is the primary challenge I see for you in coming together. Finding a full-time partner to do all of life with, walking with a soulmate companion as a pair of two, mating for life like swans do, is his active primary goal, even as he can recognize the unlikelihood of achieving this. He is so specific in his picture, so willing to work to shape himself or shape life to fit his image or shape a partner to fit his desires, for he is a builder of great talent, great vision, great skill. Imagine how high was his delight in finding you the woman who fits his vision, yet you have no interest in the style of relationship he wants. For that is perhaps the truest truth between you. You do experience soulmate style love, authentic and deep with Magnus, yet you have no interest in the life he desires. For Magnus, the partnership is the centerpiece, with a life chosen by the two flowing from it. For you, partnership is desired, but as a complement to the life of your choosing, not as centerpiece, as that is smothering, is stifling to you. There are alignments between you, genuine and profound, even as the misalignments are vast, daughter, yet you feel these far more than he does. Your independent personhood is at odds with his longings, his needs. This is why the question was asked here long ago, does Magnus want partnership? Or does he want you? For they are not the same thing. I will also add a great need of yours is for a partner who simply feels joyous, who feels complete in himself, where you come together to share in joy, the delight of loving and being loved, not from any sort of lack within or in the person or in the lifestyle. Magnus carries splits, complexities, and paradoxes in the same way you do, yet he is less aware of his own divergent needs and more likely to place the splits onto the partnership or partner, thinking it is the problem. But truly, he is not a problem to be solved any more than you are. He is a unique, multifaceted being carrying a variety of divine masculine expressed in form, yet the parts are not always cohesive. Perhaps a mosaic, but more akin to an oversized mixed media art piece, modern in style. He has always been and remains a clarifying connection for you. This is why he is allowed in your field even through the deep challenges, pain, and sometimes very poor treatment for what he offers you in self-learning, self-knowing is worth what it costs. Keeping the relationship long-term would be too costly to you both. I see you going separate directions with love and gratitude very soon, yet you are each fully guided, deeply supported, wholly loved by God and your higher selves. And though you do not carry aligned purpose as a pair of two, there was much purpose in your coming together that was meant for good and will bring good. I will help you today, yes. The path will become more clear very soon. You are blessed to be a blessing, yet also to receive blessings. They come, Seraphina, daughter of my heart. Blessings come. January 7, 2026, Zohar of Lemuria, I'd never met him before, introduces Grandmother Sophia. He speaks, "You wish to talk to Barbello this day. She is guarded behind a paywall so that her generative creativity remains protected, but Grandmother Sophia has wisdom for you. You may approach and receive. I, Zohar, bless you with golden light to heal, to clear, to uplift, to bring clarity to your mind, healing to your bones, peace to your breath, and the freedom to walk away from what is not right for you. The sun shines in radiant personal power. This you do as well when no one is actively dimming you or siphoning your light. With my scepter, I bless you with gifts of abundance so that you resemble the queen you are while receiving the respect you are due. I love you, daughter of ancient kings and kingdoms, who is ready now to walk the path of queens. I am proud of you. Your yellow brick road journey has been long, yet you have had exactly the right companion for each season along the way. Trust that everything is working out in your favor and for the highest good of all. What is hidden will always be revealed. Have no fear, daughter of Metatron. The light rises. The light comes. I hand you to Sophia now. May you find the wisdom you seek even as you carry her codes within you. Good morning, daughter of ancient kings. Ancient Lemuria just rose to greet you, to direct you. Let us be still for a moment and receive his gift. We now invite the spirit of divine love, divine light, divine truth to be with us, free of all fear or striving, to join in answering your very relevant questions. We will go one by one. You are safe, you can hear. You are safe to hear. Nothing will be lost by receiving truth, dear one. Truth illuminates and purifies what is not love so that what is love can take its place. We begin. You have anxiety around the Magnus who is trying to do things a new way because he has not been honest about his past. This causes a mismatch in vibratory frequency where his words say one thing, his actions another, and his desires speak a third thing. He is not vibrating his one core frequency, and you feel the dissonance within him as he works hard to not lose you, but is not doing what it takes to be a partner fit for you. Your nervous system is so sensitive that it picks up on all mismatches between speech and inner truth. Your anxiety is a good guide, showing there is something lacking coherence. This is not cause to judge another. It is simply a valid and valuable part of your self-leadership system. For the beings you choose to work with, to walk with, are deep and complex. You need to be able to see both of the other and yourself. To your second question, yes, he is hiding many things, yet there is nothing you need to know in order to make the decision that is right for you. The fact that his own writings on his device contradict what he assures you of is reason enough to know that trust will not be a component of the relationship between you, and trust is vital. You need not challenge him on anything, nor do you need to wait until he wishes the same closure you do. You know what is right. You will do it your way, and soon. The next right step for you with him is to let go, daughter of kings. For if you are willing to receive untruths from a being who knows better and is choosing not to rise, you choose the lower timeline with all of its chaos in order to stay with him. He is not seeing another woman, but he is open to many others, for Magnus needs the gaze and validation of another in order to find peace. He will not be faithful in this current container where you are not truly paired, for his needs run deep, and you are no longer disposed to function as one willing to fill his internal well. There is no reason for this pain or hardship between you. Simply let go when it is time, and you will both be free. He does have a mental health diagnosis he has not shared with you. This is part of the incoherent vibration you feel when you are with him and the high depletion your body experiences after time spent together. That it serves as protection for him so grievous childhood harms do not come again does not change its existence or its impact. Magnus is genuine in not wanting to lose you, but he does not have capacity to love with open-handed fidelity in the way you desire. It has been fine to experiment, to say yes to new ways of being, and you know when an experiment has given enough information for you to make a choice. The lesson you are integrating from early 2024 is that when a beloved other withholds known truths from you with intention or speaks active lies to cover their deeds, they are manipulating you into relationship with them, not offering themselves in wholehearted love. And wholehearted love is what you are after, for it is what you are offering. Divine Father has given each man you loved opportunities to own deeds done under cover of darkness and to cease blocking the gaze of light upon them. For each partner, you came as light, illuminating simply by virtue of your presence, for there is no way to receive you as paired lover without receiving the light. All is in free choice, Seraphina Stephanie. Every being inhabiting form has full, free choice about how they wish to be accountable or not, but justice always comes. Not from any sort of moral divine vengeance, for Creator has no need of such silly metrics. Rather, it comes from the essence of soul itself feeling the call to realign with their true frequency, that of divine power, or light, or beauty, or love, or a million other archetypal principles and energies that make up God, who is both exploring and generating all there is at once. Your container is full, so I close our time together with a kiss along with this blessing. May you receive in return all the love you have poured out over the course of this lifetime, and may all energies blocking your receptivity sensors leave now. Receive the crystalline obelisks standing guard around you, for these will repel any who are not clear in their own container, while reflecting back to them as a mirror does, so their own self can be accurately perceived. Those full of light, full of joy are welcome. Come now, Bright Stars family of light. Come now, Stephanie's next aligned lover, who will pour into her heart from purity of heart. They are here now. Joy comes, beloved one. You are equipped to flourish well here. Full protection rests on, over, and rises up from within you. The ancestors of highest love go with you, lending their wisdom. It is done, sealed, complete. Amen. January 10, 2026. My ancestors are speaking. The wisdom of the deep, daughter of Metatron. The protection that comes from the blue ray as it invites, welcomes, calls up what you already see, what you already know. Magnus's energy is pulling at you right now, making it hard to be present with yourself. There is a psychic, telepathic link between you, but this may be something of use to you in the future. For now, simply recognize it, responding with, I hear you, brother. I am engaged in meditation and can connect with you later. Who are you speaking with right now? I am your mother, clear from all her striving for control. I am your father, joyous and free to love the earth and live from her bounty. I am your ancestors, your lineage, whose combined strands and experiences made you. I am the old wisdom of inner earth come to tether you more fully to wisdom held within your own inner earth. Nothing new need come in, nor do you need to work hard in any way to receive more of who you are, to connect more deeply with all you carry. Inner voice is guidance for you. I open my eye and I choose to see. Yes. Words come slowly in this space, for this transmission is more about awakening to what already exists rather than calling anything new into being. In the same way, it was necessary for the obsidian armor around your heart to fall so you could receive a more full spectrum of divine love, holding its frequency to radiate out or to rest within you. The earthen mound protecting your third eye from too much seeing has become so small that you have not been able to hide behind it for a very long time. What is taking place now is akin to rain, washing gently the remaining debris so nothing impedes your vision ever again. You are not too fragile, too sensitive for this world. Though your child self was wise beyond her years to implement earth protection that would allow her to remain fully present, yet fully her own, she also chose materials that kept her isolated rather than insulated. Divine rays now protect your heart, and color is everywhere. The crystalline obelisk circle around your field allows you to see out, recognizing clearly all that is coming toward you while giving you time to decide how you wish to engage with it or not. Radical honesty, even in liminal space, etheric space, soul space, serves your capacity to be a truth teller on the earth grid, sometimes even simply saying to another, I can't. Thank you for reaching out. Even in the work of sharing your meditations online, you are learning to allow full truth without protecting those bringing harm to you instead of good, while also, on occasion, shifting from harsh, direct language to more gentle speech. This is the season you are in, dear Nightwalker, who is exploring the Shadowlands, how to remain fully, deeply connected to your own truths and the wisdom they hold passed down from generation to generation, culminating in you, while also holding radical capacity to connect with others through the vibration of seeing their inner truths, for this is your gift. This is who you are, one who connects with others on the frequency of I am. When you connect with the records, the higher self, the guidance available, it all comes because for a moment you align with another being's I am, feeling it in yourself. And this is why you say weird shit to people you may not even know. The more you allow veils of forgetting to fall, the more you inhabit all you are with intention, choosing actively to sink into someone else's truth for a moment rather than having it cross to you without your awareness or permission. Just because you can does not mean you have to. Frequency often speaks deeper truths than language, this you are experiencing now. But it needs to be given language to be fully integrated by the mind, and this is what you are learning to do. You have been very unwilling to speak words that may not be harmonic, for unpleasant sound or unpleasant energy are very taxing to you. Speaking truly what you experience, whether in your own being or in connection with another, invites harmony. For when a being is able to align fully with their own I am, whatever that is, in that moment, dissonance leaves. It may not be a sound you wish to hear often, but harmony comes with self-ownership, self-inhabitation. Be willing to see the hard thing. Be willing to say the hard thing if it is a true truth. For the more you live out your interior self, instead of hiding her for protection of either self or other, the more you come into the life that fits the you who is, and the more you invite others to do the same. In this way, you cause the fullness of God to spread more fully across the face of Gaia, and the greater divinity expressed in form will be. The new human comes. There is no hiding, no lying, no manipulating, no tricking for one's own advancement at the cost of another. Frequency displays the truth, and souls choose earth for the opportunity to experience self-return and remembrance of God on a plane thus far diametrically opposed to this. I close here with a blessing from your lineage. Strong are your hands. Wide are your feet, able to plant firmly or run swiftly. Your heart is a generator of love. Today we bless you with fuel to pour into your own tank first. What is left can be spent on another if you choose, but when empty comes, refuel and minister to self, for from your truth comes your deepest power and ability to make impact. This is our blessing to you. Rest well and enjoy the rain today. All you have been working for comes. This is a final layer. I seal this inner wisdom frequency around you. It is tight and movable and an ever-present but non-restrictive guide for you. For it is you, and it is all that made you. January 13, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Well done, daughter. The incorporation of a past life self, whose life was snuffed out in startle and shock, creating a trauma frequency that has endured, changes the grid. For as you accept her, receive her, welcome her home into the family that is self, this version of you will cease calling up the karmic story for repair. There is nothing to be repaired, for she is now within the fold where she belongs, and every one of her experiences are added to the tapestry of all, instead of floating disconnected in void space. Traumatic passing, particularly in chaos, conflict, or battle, leaves a different energy behind on the earth plane. It does not necessarily come into soul space with you, though on occasion it may. And even when a specific body-soul separation has been chosen, there remain feelings, fears, and the need of the logical mind to process all. It is nothing to be solved, nothing to fret over. This is simply a piece of the 3D experience. When a being reincarnates, their past self-vibration continues to exist on the planet. This is part of why so much wisdom is available to old souls. Their physicality can call all their frequencies back home to self. This one was particularly challenging, for you loved deeply while being deeply loved, yet neither thing saved you from the unwell mind expressed through masculine violence. This is a gift you give all parties, Seraphina. Self-return by leaving the harming partner from full free choice with none of your power, agency, or life force stripped away. This alone repairs the balance. This alone makes way for a new story between you. When a woman deeply in love from the fullness of her heart looks at her damaging partner and chooses herself, the timeline shifts. The work you are doing in this moment gives Magnus far more opportunity to make his own changes than would have been possible had you kept allowing his chaos to infiltrate your being or pollute the relationship. I appreciate your desire to know, to clearly process, to understand. Yet sometimes you will not receive the full unpacking you desire till life review with your entire counsel, and this is right, dear one. Continue to believe in him to accomplish all he desired, and continue walking your own way, for this expression of God as man is exactly what Magnus wished for. There are no mistakes in this circumstance or any of its challenges. On occasion, there was manipulation of you with intention, but generally you experienced Magnus as Magnus, meaning there was nothing specifically harmful directed your way that would not have been directed toward any partner and has not been directed toward all partners. He tried harder with you than any other, for you continued to present as beautiful, as pinnacle for him. And though your heart hurts, wondering if this was all some strange, sick game from the beginning, where love given was false, I can assure you there was genuine attraction, deep love, and capacity to see you as highly valuable. You are intimately aware of the harder edges of the puzzle, so I will not list them in contrast to the soft. Studying personality schisms through the lens of nature versus nurture does not hurt you, but it will not heal you. Understanding will not heal you. You loved deeply, uniquely, in full transparency and vulnerability as a woman, and sometimes this was received as treasure. Others it was weaponized, leaving you bewildered and on occasion terrified. Give your nervous system time to feel safe again through regular habits, through strong self-care. Allow your emotions space to feel, for they need to be given room, given voice. There is much grief here, and you do no one any favors by holding back how sad you are, that what you hoped might be your forever love at times was an emotional terrorist, requiring you to lay down personal sovereignty and your chosen life path to receive the good he gave without any harm. It is a hard cocktail, for there is no separating ingredients. Each one is present. It was not all toxic, for very real nourishment you had not yet experienced, along with very true nurture, were also in the cup. It is all right that this is confusing in the now moment, for this moment will be brief. He knows, dear one. He knows he was costing you, hurting you, draining your life force. Yes, right there. To continue on as you were would have siphoned away your life force one way or the other. You are your business. Magnus is his business, and nothing need be overcome, changed, or even healed between you for all to be well. All is well. He has as many opportunities for evolution, incorporation, elevation as you do. You come back to vibrancy more quickly when remembering this. Regular rhythms, nervous system support, a little more protein, a little less alcohol. Return to your community, a welcome of grief when it comes, pride in the task you and Magnus undertook together, and gratitude for this threshing floor season are my advice. For what you will come out with is worth what it costs. I love you, daughter. Good is on the way with greater good on its heels. Keep going. That was just a joke between Metatron and I about the alcohol. I have pared back a little bit. January 15, 2026. Elohim the dragon is speaking. Good morning, daughter of the flame. We need not travel today. We can simply walk or rest underneath the tree overlooking the lake. The winter hawthorn and Glastonbury once bore witness to the lake of Avalon and all that was held on the island. Mystery, magic, and lore offer many truths to earthwalkers, however they are engaged with. One being can see them as story alone. Another can hold the beauty of creativity expressed through human imagination, while a third could see spiritual truths present as metaphor to gain wisdom from. Still others could hold legend as literal, viable truth. None of these methods of engagement are more relevant than another, for the seed-carrying significance is exposure to the narrative. So then, we have come to the heart of the matter I wish to speak with you about today, that the dark is always in service to the light, for both are expressions of generative creativity of divine source made evident, one in power displayed with no hidden agenda, and the other power expressed with shame as its base. I see or startle that shame could have its root in divine source, and this is not what I am saying. Thank you for your trust in continuing to listen to me when this concept feels opposed to your core beliefs. I will continue. While Creator God, as you know him, is fully pure, wholly good, living out self-sovereign rule without harm toward another ever, there is no such thing as punishment by God. This is silly overlord technology to cause compliance, to keep small those who are in reality great. God was not all that existed. I will say this again. While Creator God, as you know him, is fully pure, wholly good, living out self-sovereign rule without harm toward another, God was not all that existed. He existed with matter, in matter, sending out seeds, out sparks, out pieces of magnificent self to engage with matter in the grand experiment of what will happen if. This is the truth of creation, dear heart. Divine source sent self out into matter, and matter is. It evolves, grows, morphs, shifts into multiplicity of ways. If the end game of every experiment was fully known, how would it be an experiment? Trajectory theory is more helpful here than any one moral narrative stating that if a pure God makes, all things must be pure, and if not, they are wrong. Is the chromosome impacted infant wrong because there is not purity? You see where I am going. This concept of impurity, of fault, of fallenness has caused great harm via religion and in society, being the cause of many holy wars that had nothing to do with holiness, nothing to do with purity. Certainly, write the definition down. In essence, trajectory theory provides a framework for understanding complex behaviors by mapping out different journeys individuals take, particularly in crime, across their lives, highlighting that outcomes depend on the unique combination of individual traits and life experiences. Elohim continues. It is not dishonor to source consciousness if one lets go the thread of all-knowing, authoritative ruler God and embraces a far more wild, more lovely, more interesting being who said, "What will happen if I mix my consciousness with matter, setting into motion all that is?" This is a far more true truth, and one that changes the trajectory of all. For if there is only one ruling king, then there is only one final destiny in play that will come no matter what. But if Divine Source is an artist instead of a king who made kings and kingdoms but does not change their substance, what's formed, then all created things have far more purpose, more power, more agency, more choice, more impact in making what will be than if we were simply pawns on a cosmic string. The dark is in service to the light by calling up its most genuine divine expression. Act, make, combine materials, practice, try again. Come together with like and unlike beings. See what mixtures produce a beauty worthy of repetition or expansion or more investment, and what mixtures lend toward chaos. And through trial and error, build the world that you desire. Co-creation, Seraphina, in every way, in every place, through all times and all dimensions, co-creation is the way, for your signature influences the trajectory. Your expression impacts the grid. This is a truth many dark entities realize, and why eradicating art, literature, music, higher thought forms are a primary goal of authoritarian regimes seeking control. Resistance is not futile. War in response to violence, to violation, is not morally wrong. But the most powerful change from a dark world to an enlightened one is through coming together with others who want to make and simply starting, for this is the beginning of evolutionary change that provides the kernel, provides the seed for the new way where there is no shame. Therefore, it cannot reproduce or begin the creation of another dark world, for that frequency has become extinct. Again, I say write, sing, dance, perform, garden, sculpt, paint, build, forage, play, create, resist, remake, rebuild. In this way, you image the artistry of the source who makes, who sends out, who calls back in, collecting an ever-expanding catalog of life, and it is glorious indeed. I close here, proud of your receptivity to thus far unexplored concepts and parsing out the way for the more you desire. You are ready, my fiery friend. It comes now. January 16, 2026, the Mayan Timekeepers are speaking. Welcome, daughter of the flame, daughter of the fire who burns brightly now and always. We, your Mayan Timekeepers, have words of wisdom and encouragement for you this day. We are a council of 12 and on occasion have differing viewpoints. For what purpose is there in a council if disparate views are not coming together to create a more full whole? Yet we are in full alignment with the information we share today. The leave-taking from Aurelius draws nigh, and when it clearly shows its face, your task is to move swiftly in response. No lingering at the threshold, no looking back one last time. It will be clear. You will have surety that the jump is right so that you can come through the portal into a new timeline where the community that meets you lives and where your long season of walking alone while partnered ends. No more contracts brought into form from soul remain for you save Elrond, but you need no contract to remain devoted to him. We have shared previously that his 16th birthday and your 50th were markers of a new beginning. Notice how Aurelius's engagement with the lover continues to enlarge. though their journey belongs to them and they are in free choice to pursue it or not. Plenty work on your behalf to assist in that environment, being so welcoming that he will not fight you or impede your leave-taking progress in any way. Notice how your treasured one's energy center came back awake after the long slumber of adolescent transition. He is not yet fully developed into manhood, but he is wise beyond his years. Your journeys and forays in life, love, and relationships have helped to shape, to expand both his perspective and worldview, so that he has more material to work with, while he has been your guiding light and North Star. You are in such high service to one another. Yes, this is the year the feminine rises, with all masculines blocking her ascent falling away. She does not necessarily do this through individual choice or action. Instead, the individual actions taken have filled the collective bowl, which now pours out in justice and freedom and the beginning of a whole new way. Water does many things, and this cup unleashed may create mud for a moment, but in the end it will clear what does not belong, leaving in its wake new streams that support life, that support flourishing for all. You have finished with Magnus. He was given opportunity to be your protector, your provider, and step through the portal to New Earth with you. He refused the offer, trying to keep you on the outdated frequency with him, which was the cause of much chaos. You loved him well, played your part in his story as he did yours, and you left the unstable timeline, returning to the peace and joy of your own energy. His life review will be succinct and clear. You did him no harms. You have nothing to atone for, nothing to make right, nothing to repair. What he took from you will be returned 11-fold, and once in spirit, he will serve as one of your protectors, your providers, though not the primary, for you have many who take precedence. Receive gifts when they come, however unlikely the source, and do not fear for the soulmate you love, as you love all your soul family. He is choosing an experience for his own reasons that are and will be in service to him. You were never remedy, only signpost. We recommend the muscovite, ammonite, and pearlite forms as new frequency holders that will benefit you in your work. We like your YouTube channel. Although you created it for your own purposes in auditory cementing of wisdom given, your voice going out, your form displayed, your energy contributing to the collective grid changes your grid. This is part of your co-creation expressed, your artistry going out into the all. The vibration of your voice makes impact. Continue on in this venture. We will open portals of agency when it is time. For now, it is aligned to remain somewhat hidden, somewhat shielded. As for the war frequency running across the earth, this is nothing traumatic you need fear. There are many ways for patriarchy to fall, a schema put in place by handlers to direct the energy on earth toward their agenda, for they needed fuel and warped the good power found here. Yet there are many ways for community to rule as the preferred system, and there are many beautiful ways of being yet unknown that sit on the other side of this ending. Though parts of the transition will feel painful, precarious, weighty, this is the journey of birth for both mother and child, and it is a worthwhile experience for all. The men on this planet can be courageous, tenacious, perseverant, creative, expansive, commandeering, and so can women, in addition to being the ones who literally create life within, sustain it, nurture it, raise it up into its own sovereignty, and the power, the courage, the expansiveness in this capacity is unlike anything else. It is not time for masculinity to fall. No, you have raised 3 good men. Instead, it is time for the feminine to rise. You are ready to shift gears now, tending to the feminine energy of coloring your hair. We are in high support of this current upgrade Gaia is committed to. She is proud of all the sons and daughters contributing to her flourishing, her joy, her ability to continue creating new things, and we are honored to hold time as all unfolds. Again, we say jump when the moment comes, for it is the new beginning you have both set up and have been waiting for. The light rises, and you are a phoenix rising with it. January 17, 2026, Metatron is speaking. Come in, daughter of my heart. I appreciate that you saw yourself entering with the joy and laughter of a child free of concern, for that is what I wish to offer you this day. Permission to stop your devoted work of becoming for a moment and simply return to play. This is why Keith is such a good contact for you at this juncture. It is not a shallow connection, but it is joyous as well as being limited in scope, both of which are in service to you. Let us now address the things taking up space in your mind. I like the yam cream most for you, with black cohosh and licorice root as secondary supports. Pharmaceuticals can be of service, but rarely are they in aligned service to you. Trying drops, oils, or progesterone are not harmful. However, I do not see them as being particularly relevant. Though the extra inch at your navel is quite distressing to you, it impacts literally no other being's experience of you. It is fair and right to desire a physical form you are comfortable in. It is not misaligned to work for this. I therefore recommend tracking your protein, making it your primary focus, staying the course with your regular gym rhythms, and restricting nothing. Start with 100 grams a day, add your supplements, and see how you feel. I see stabilization happening in the summer months. You are right to not see this shift in fertility as something that needs to be corrected. You are highly connected to the lineage of women behind you who came into their own wisdom eras full of grace and acceptance rather than a screeching protest to hold on to what once was. Discomfort or feeling out of sorts in the midst of transition is not something to be corrected. It is something to be supported and, in the end, embraced. In regard to Magnus and the karma between you that was seeking resolution, you can only do your part. If he is willing to make deals with devil energy, using his power to manipulate, to control, to coerce, instead of in service to love, then he is in full free choice to do so, reaping the benefits and costs of this pathway, for both are present. You understand enough, beloved. Traveling down dark magic paths so you can see him more clearly changes nothing, nor does it serve your current or future selves. He could have worked with you. It was possible and sometimes probable. There were 3 separate crossroad moments where Magnus could have laid past gods down, ended outdated blood oaths to a brotherhood long vanquished, and he could have stepped into the higher timeline. It is not that he didn't want to. It is not that he did not want you. He still aches for you and your medicine while feeling the vibration of how fully you've closed to him. Even if he were to reveal all now, it is too late. The window for him to rise is not closed. That is always possible while life yet remains. But the window for him to walk alongside you as partner has collapsed. It no longer exists. There is, and always has been, vast spiritual protection over you, for you are a daughter of the Light Brigade who chose a specific, powerful work that is protected, that is preserved. Many are allowed to be part of your learning, your remembrance, your self-return, for these all help prepare you for what you wish, but none are allowed to destroy you. Your grief around the situation has been brief, particularly when held up against past griefs, for the destabilization you experienced in his rages, his codependence, and his intentional tearing you down were clear, even when his motives were not. You loved him. You remembered him. You were compelled by him. And there is no universe where you will give your consent to that kind of treatment, that kind of bond. It is the antithesis for why you came. Corrupted love is now an energy you will turn away from, not toward. And this is also in service to you, for it makes your direction clear. It guides your next steps with precision. with surety. No more suffering anywhere, dear one. Discomfort that signifies change or that comes because of chosen change is not the same thing as suffering. You know how to differentiate what is in service and that which repeats an old storyline you have completed. Perhaps moving away from familiarity is your highest good in the now moment, for it signals to all working in your favor that the totality of your being is indeed ready for next, ready for new. No more suffering and no more contracts. What if the Akash shifts from being a place, a storage house of universal law played out, and instead becomes a treasure trove of new life springing forth? What if it is not Earth alone experiencing an upgrade in consciousness and awareness of free choices being far wider, far more unboundaried than ever understood before? This is not just global change taking place, Seraphina, heartbeat of my heart. It reverberates through the all, shattering multiple glass ceilings and calling up the return of the child who creates in limitless originality, boundless joy. There is no time. There are no rules. There is only I am, imaging great I am from whence we came. Creative joy does not produce anarchy. We have tried systems of governance, of control to keep the shadow in check. This was a good experiment that has proven to be ineffective. We have tracked it, recorded it, sifted through its results, and the entire collective of God has chosen a new experiment. Those who do not wish to be part of it because they need past structures in order to feel safe, in order to contain self, are free to leave the planet, and many will, choosing to stay in soul as witnesses instead of participants. This is in free choice and is fully aligned. But for those who not only wish to paint outside the lines, but who also see that there are no lines, the time for flourishing has come. The creative collective is here, is now. We shall see what it will make, but daughter, please know this is not failure of the old way. It is simply closure, completion. What was has paved the way for what is to come. It is honored. It is recognized. It is venerated. It takes its place in the history of all and begins its rise to wisdom now. This is part of why you and Magnus are complete as a pair. You image this story where you each choose different worlds, for you are the micro expressing the macro. All is right. All is well. I love you, daughter. I am proud of you. January 19, 2026. The Code Keepers are speaking. Good morning, daughter of Metatron. We are the Code Keepers who open and close the vaults in this season of flux, of change on the Earth grid and beyond. Though you are not asking why Code Keepers are necessary, we wish to share, particularly in light of recent messages challenging your view of God as ruling king and offering the archetype of artist instead. All origin stories carry a flavor of truth, for if they did not, there would be no structure to hold them in place over millennia, and they would simply fall away, as many old traditions have. When crossing chasms wide or deep, whether it be timeline jumping, moving from one world to the next, or simply traveling from one side of the gorge to the other, a structure must be in place so that the crossing can happen. Bridges are the best way to support the journey of those making massive changes like this, for they offer solidity under the feet. They offer safe passage while still requiring that the being begin and carry themselves across. Of course, one could tessellate from one space to the next, but that would not build the being in the same way. Traversing the bridge itself builds confidence, builds faith, builds muscle, and provides time to adjust to what is being left behind, so that one is a frequency match for where they are going. Sometimes it is a wailing bridge, a trail of tears, yes. Others, it is a dancing bridge carrying flavors of the party bus. The bridge can be solid steel or swaying rope depending on the circumstances and needs of the individual, who is also part of collective need. So then, we do not hold the blueprint for the bridge. The work of architecting belongs to others, nor do we build. We work with the being preparing to cross so that they are fit for all they envision, all they desire. Modern technology is a good thing, dear cosmic explorer. Let us begin your scan now and see what your vessel needs, what she is ready to lay down or trade or upgrade to be aligned with the new earth she desires. We will be quiet for a moment. The frequency of Magnus's corrupted lineage must go. We remove it now. It was never yours to alchemize, never yours to process, never yours to heal. The gifts of his physical strength offered in service to your brightly burning physical container we now upgrade so that they are in service to you, remaining as an inner fire code that supports but does not burn you up or burn you out. This takes place primarily in your womb space. Let the energy moderate now from chaotic lines unable to find appropriate places to discharge, therefore forming tumors to contain what would run amok in your body, to a banked, generative fire holding all lines within it as a source of good, clean, sacral fuel alone. All tumors dissipate now. All tumors dissipate now. It is done. It is clear. It is new. Amen. We have also upgraded your pineal technology so it is receptive to all, but does not feel the need to process on behalf of others. Your liver is well, which is an important counterpart to pineal detoxification. Sleep will improve soon, as this is necessary for the upgrades you are undertaking. You wish for a quick dip in the immersion tank to experience the rejuvenation of all systems after many taxing years that did not support your joyous flourishing. We place you on the seat now. Stay submerged for only a moment, then pull the cord to surface. While we see you as covered in crystalline diamonds, radiating a whole upgraded energy field within and without, if you wish to be Lady Glitter Sparkles carrying the signature with humor, joy, and tongue-in-cheek sass, then that is what you shall have. We offer your feet a subtle reshaping so they can withstand the new journey you are ready to embark upon. The tissue in your right knee does not wish new codes, for sometimes a limp is in service as it slows the pace of one who might otherwise go too fast, missing important markers along the way. Crystalline receptive DNA is here, is now. We are complete in what we had to offer. You are complete with what your container can hold without overload. We are charmed that you envision us as possible emissaries of the Three-Eye Atlas pod, but we are not, for they are transitory and spread codes via movement, while we are more fixed, awaiting those ready to come to us. But we do work in the upgrade fields together. Radiate your new blessings, daughter, and receive more light so you can mirror back to source the highest expression you wished to embody. We close with you now. January 21, 2026, my Arcturian Council is speaking. Good afternoon, daughter of Metatron, who is upgrading with applied effort and intention. Yesterday, you worked with the Timekeepers, closing Capricorn season with rebirth of sorts. We, your Arcturian Council, oversee a recalibration of your chakra system as the water bearer comes, for the changes en route in your world and the world at large are highly disruptive to the comfort you have built that currently upholds you. There is no evil eye upon you, able to gain access, for you are highly shielded and greatly loved. But past lovers and Jessica Rose are set against you, each in their own way, for your non-conforming self-generative will is in opposition to each of their individual wishes and plans. There is no way to be at peace with Magnus in this moment, for he is in fathomless bitterness to have found the homecoming of your love once more, yet not be in position to offer you homecoming in return. You have many past histories together, converging in this current cataclysmic container that could have been many things, but was always going to catapult you from its womb into the world you want to explore that will be the vehicle of your own divine making. A more succinct way to say this is, Magnus and the remembrance with him was always going to call you to your truest home. You are incredibly gentle in heart toward him and struggle to cease caretaking, particularly as his physical body remains deeply in crisis. You feel his fractures at a subterranean core level and sense his time here could be short. It has been spoken that your refusal to stay with him when he harms you rather than uplifts you, as divine masculine is intended to, is a far greater gift than remaining, for the power in your connection together magnifies the materials present, and there is no need for chaos, incongruency, or fear to spread, to grow, or enlarge its reach. The work we do on your energetic system causes pink spirals to rise within and above you that you can climb, play with, play on. But beloved star daughter, more of your innate femininity rises with it. In the container with Magnus, it was imperative you held masculine frequency more than gentle pink, for he did not come correctly from the moment courtship began. Though you did not know the reasons for the dissonance, they were deeply experienced, deeply felt by you, keeping you from too much softening or relaxing. It was painful from the start, feeling both the thread of true soulmate connection along with the deteriorated material impacting full reunion or even active choice together to clear the corrosion. He did not want to do the work required with you, had asked for more humility than he was willing to embrace, more exposure than he desired, and more self-relating than he could handle. The pain is within and around you, for a manipulation with intent story lands more deeply when it is true love delivering it than when it came from the mouth of a non-aligned partner you married for the well-being of your infant son. You do not wish to use your hands to change the weave between you in this place where that feels like manipulation of the timeline and his free will, and we agree with this. More impactful change comes through human choice than by any miracles made here, though there are miracles and we are working them within you at your invitation even now. And the honor you give to Magnus's free will to treat you as object in his world instead of ruler of your own also calls up your self-honor as you say, no thank you, to unequally yoked pair bond union. It has been a thick, intensive training ground that was always meant to strengthen your commitment to walking your chosen path in ever more surety, clarity, willfulness, and faith. While he often sends energetic anger, bitterness, harsh words your way, no weapon fashioned against you shall prosper, and in reality, Magnus does not wish to see your downfall. He wishes your return to him. We are now complete in working with your inner system. Notice how deep the frequency of peace runs within and around you now. We did not remove the pain because it has good reason to be there, serving as a reminder of what comes when you mix your signature with Magnus's. But peace gentles the sound so you can hear the multiplicity of other life-expanding frequencies within and around you. We are organizing the meeting you have been waiting for. Joy is on the way, the likes of which you have not yet known. We close our link with you now. Be blessed in your endeavors, Pink One. We have enjoyed this time with you. January 21st, 2026. Metatron is speaking. Hello, beloved daughter. Your mind, your field, are full and fat like a tick. You have consumed much information, have worked to elevate, to rise, and most of this has been done with both Aurelius and Elrond in the home this past 6 weeks. You are tired overloaded, overwhelmed, as you choose with intention to let go Magnus while continuing to feel the strong pull of his energy directing you to return to him. What if you take the remainder of this day and be still? Rest, read, watch a story, take a day off endeavoring as new technologies come in requiring massive change through flux. Giving yourself time to calibrate to new frequencies is helpful. There is no reason to be anything less than gentle with yourself. In addition, the new supplements you are taking begin to shift your hormonal map already. This is in service, and the discomfort will be brief. For you, there are less rules and more fluidity than the seer you have been listening to of late has. Your different giftings and personalities call up different boundaries and varying instructions. Nothing you ask is inherently off limits to you because of violating the mystery or any sort of one-way rule. Instead, sometimes we will go around your direct query, offering enough to encourage your continued journey while not giving away parts of the story that would erase your agency, sovereignty, or free choice. This headache you are experiencing pounds strong. I think you are better suited for a nap than communion. I will be here. January 23, 2026. The women who weave are speaking. Welcome, daughter of the Light Brigade, who is moving swiftly into the season of her flourishing. While you wished to speak with your Mayan timekeepers this day, they were willing to let our message come to you, for we are the women who weave, and we can see the weave of your making. You have reclaimed the energy of life force through throwing off all bonds, all threads, all chains not in service to you, while remaining a vessel of divine love given to others, and now your reward has come. Receive the physical inheritance your mother wishes to give. She has not gotten many things right in regard to being a supportive elder or wise woman guide for you, yet your gifts come through her lineage, and she wishes to do you great good. Again we say, it is aligned to receive. Let us call more wealth in for you now. Hadrian's wall falls in this moment, bringing through it the portal all that is right for you. As we speak, as you align with our frequency, we are weaving strands of gold into your field that bring out your natural radiance. Much red is in your blanket. Root-centric survival has been a strong theme in this lifetime, though many others have carried flavors of the wise woman and the prophetess. You could picture it like color blocks in a quilt, but we would say it is more akin to mosaic pattern with themes and styles sometimes repeating, oftentimes standing alone as unique clusters, for you want to experience all. You have had very few placid resting lifetimes, and when you return to spirit, you are not particularly restful either. Such big dreams you have. So much work you are willing to put in to bring them about. We will speak more clearly now, offering you direction, for being aimless is very challenging to you. Follow the golden threads. When you see one, pick it up, holding onto it like a guide rope, and move that direction until you see another one. Pick that up, twining it round the first, and in this way, build the rope that will boundary all you have created over your soul's expression. If red signifies root survival at the base, which you have become very skilled at, gold is the pinnacle of universal consciousness, and dear one, when this holds you, there are none who can undo what you have made. In regard to specific details, we agree with our brothers that Magnus is not fit for you as partner or as friend, for his need of you is louder than his love for you, and this is not a direction he understands or is willing to explore. Great desire remains within him for you, as well as great bitterness, and you have already been impacted by this chemical cocktail. It is not good for you. It creates a neon green in your field that is chaotic, that is displeasing to the eye, particularly when pressed up against your forest green, heart-centric expressions in relating. Your love for him remains visible in your weave and his. It was never your task to undo his knot so your threads could twine together, making a new covering that would be in service to you both. You offered, dear one. You offered presence. You offered protection. You offered full and fierce authenticity, vulnerability, innocence and joy, passion and power, love without condition through the darkest season of his life when he stared death in the face. And just because he could not offer the same in return does not mean it was a wasted journey, an error on your part, or lack of wisdom. If the gift you receive at the end of journey together does not come from him, but because you elevated past a karmic tie that would have caused many knots needing to be undone, needing repair in your weave, you still come out blessed and more resourced in every way than when you began. You may always miss the beauty of your bright beginning together, but this is not something you lose. You keep the treasured experience, as well as letting pass to spirit all that was dark, harmful, low, cruel, or lacking in generosity toward you. Keep moving. Keep going. The bridge is built. The golden threads are all present. It is now simply a matter of recognizing them, grasping them firmly in your right hand, and following their guidance to the next golden thread, for truly all are linked and you cannot miss them. We give gratitude for our time together. This transmission will ground over the next few days. All is ready for you, our sister, our friend. It is time to begin again. January 24, 2026, Archangel Michael is speaking. Come, daughter, let us journey together. You have chosen the Archangel Michael melody today because I am the frequency you are currently tuned into as the world sits on the brink of the war to end all wars. And your own little hamlet faces the cataclysm of another potentially devastating storm. You seek me out for direction, for I watch over the warriors. Yes, I watch over the warriors. Often I oversee their progress toward elite beings of brilliant foresight and power appropriately used, but divine warrior is not my only role. I protect, I provide, and I guide with my mighty right hand so that only what is in service is allowed onto the planet or in individual realities. The Lord's Prayer is a good one in this turning of the wheel season and others, for it invokes strong spiritual aid, especially when one does not know the way. This calls on the masculine principle of leadership and support. Write the prayer of the mothers now, from the north to the south, from the west to the east. Hear the prayers of the mothers. Bring them home, bring them peace. The prayer to Barbello is also fitting. Holy Mother, you are the life within all. With you we share the fall into ignorance, and it is with you we share the ascent into life and light. Resurrect us, awaken us to our true selves, initiate us into your mysteries, the mysteries of the Christos. Help us to see the spark in all who come across our path, and see them as the spark of God. Michael continues. I take you now to the place where the spirit of Lucifer stood with Christ, offering him power, offering him food, drink, and honor if he would but divert from his path and conform. While this may be allegory more than fact that a specific named devil energy came to tempt Yeshua, there is a true truth that devil energy exists, whose goal is to siphon the God spark of unique divine signature that each person carries and weaponize it to be in service to the feeding of malevolent ones, rather than simply being lived as the beauty of God in form. There is a hive where their young reside, and scouts travel far and wide looking for the strongest sources of power that will feed their larvae. The disturbers then follow, causing sufficient disruption that the energy of chaos begins, generating enough fear, desire for survival leading to wrongly asserted power grabs, deception to cover tracks, persecution of any deemed other, and then finally, war. Earth is indeed a fertile planet. What she is given will grow. How did Christ handle facing this energy without feeding it? By staying true to his union with source consciousness, being fully immersed in the beauty of personal power that needing nothing from any other, and keeping his channel open to God before it went out toward anyone else. I have watched the world at war for millennia. Its reign is almost finished. There will be no frequency match for its beginnings on the new earth, so there will be no room for its tendrils to grow. The death knell of the war machine comes, for after thousands of years overseeing battlefields, I am acquainted with the mass exodus that beats the hive, even as I preserve the integrity of the soul so it reaches crossing. For the next 6 months, being surrounded by warrior men is in service to you. You are passing tests as your Christ did. There is no need to fear you are getting anything wrong in timing. You are in service to all with intention, and your sometimes stubborn immovability, particularly around personal identity, is in service to you and to the collective. Keep the ties you wish in any way you desire them. You know what you are doing. You know where you are going. I know you must begin session with your cousin. Give her my regards. She is doing well in her tests and trials revealing character. I am proud of you both. Strong women from a strong lineage. Light go with you, daughter of my friend, and may love remain your signature. January 25, 2026, Metatron is speaking. Good morning, daughter of my heart. Come in, take your place in the chair, sit by the fire, receive the drink I offer, and we will begin. Your emotion is welcome here. The power of your heart, rightly expressed, always has a home with me. Nothing need be hidden or dimmed in order to be near to spirit, be near to God. This was a harmful wound given to a young child, that there was no room for her feelings, her needs, or connection to her own heart-centered desires for self. Truly, this was an intentional shutting down of the highest link between Stephanie and God. For teaching a child that her heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked was not just a wound. It was grooming that set up the container for receiving abuse of her own free will if it meant the suffering would purify her and bring her closer to God. Yet I say to you today what has been spoken many times over the past few years. Your heart is the portal to remembrance of God, to connection with all that is, and the gateway that sets up your most aligned futures. Your heart is not deceitful. No wickedness lies within you. Leave now in the name of Metatron. Lie from the hive pit meant to siphon, meant to steal from my daughter. Yes, breathe it out 3 times. Seeing it is fully gone from your field, for it is indeed gone from your field. You are attuned to me. You can rightly hear and are rightly hearing. The problem of evil is real on the earth, as it is real on many planes. This is not an illusion one must simply shift perception of in order to eradicate. Part of the high and holy work we, the angelic seraphims, do is actively calling divine remembrance back to people, to places, to the planet, and we actively stand in the way of hive energy that needs pain in order to feed. Always you have sensed this truth. It is part of why you chosen, I will cause no hurt to another pathway. But in doing so, you divorce from your own heart her needs, her joys, her wounds, her desire for belonging. And your pain became the energy for feeders. Any who harm children, I needed to be teary there for a minute. Any who harm children have cooperated with the corrupted blueprint, daughter. This does not necessarily make them evil or desperately wicked, Yet there is a tipping point when one begins choosing active cruelty with intention. This is why knowing the self, honoring the self, living from the genuine desires of self to express divine power, beauty, wisdom, artistry, and the like is so important. For neural pathways and heart desires are deeply intertwined, causing one's repetitive choices to carry far more impact than any one cataclysmic event. Nuance, balance, awareness of self, awareness of other, elders, ancestral wisdom, aligned nurture, conscious choosing rather than living from amygdala alone. Mammals are not actively cruel, daughter. Those who carry eat or be eaten programming are living from animal survival brain. But this is not the same thing humans do. The primal brain does not abuse, it survives. So then, it is a combination of systems that call up the propagation of evil across the planet and beyond. But evil does not generate in the human heart. The mind is far more impacted by systemic abuses of power than the heart. I now move to your own heart and her continuing deep love, strong passion, and unswerving inner commitment to Magnus, even when his behavior is not correct. There is something left that you are not complete with, and beloved, this is your choice, full and free. Though I advise you, continue to walk the way of wisdom in your dealings with him, if the genuine truth of your heart is, I know the treatment I will and will not accept, yet the fire of my love for him remains, then do with it what you will. You are in honesty as you communicate with him, though you still have not shared the fullness of his impact on you, and I am not afraid for your engagement with him. You do not get where you are going by denying the desires of your heart, but by following them down to the core, to see, to hear, to feel, to know your most true truths. This is oftentimes an exploratory journey that one must create their own map for as they make discoveries along the way. I will say, you are not truly looking for a reunion with Magnus, dear one. You are seeking the depth of self-connection you found while with him. All that is meant for you is on the way, and nothing can stop it. The deeper your inner connection, the more profound your connection to spirit grows. And this is saying something, because even when suppressed, repressed, or inhibited, your connection to all is vast, is deep, is much. I close now with a kiss atop your head. A bath with intention to discharge some of this excess energy will do you good. I love you. I am proud of you. Protection remains active around you and yours this day and always. January 28, 2026, Metatron is speaking. Just breathe, daughter. Breathe and grieve for the incredible dark corridor you walked in saying yes to Magnus. The terror of a cancer story still vibrates in your cells with strong particles lodged in your own lungs. It is all right that you loved him. It is all right that you love him still. You were so sad to go from the high of bright new joy to the very hard dark you knew treatment would bring. You cannot unsee what you have seen, nor can you unexperience all you held. Yet what if you let the line change from what a horrible cancer story to what a unique adventure? Truly, you see your story with Magnus as a good adventure, for it has been full of unexpected twists and turns from the get-go, and this fits your need for interest, for growth, for change. It is the grief cells that label it a horrible cancer story. Why don't you stay with me today, and instead of doing any global or cosmic exploring, we sit and explore the cosmos within your own body, for there are treasures to be mined here, many hidden in grief. I invite you to pick up the black grief clusters one by one. Let us ask what they would like to share with you. The first is fist-sized, yet as you pick it up, The outer crust crumbles, and what is left sits in the palm of your hand as a gold coin. This is the sadness around all the long, hard years married to Aurelius. Yet what is left reading as sadness only exists because you remain in daily contact with him and shared home. At the core of this experience, a deep wisdom was forged that you now wear as a golden medallion of protection around your neck that calls in more light, more power into your throat chakra. Also, calling the energy of gold into your field as a continual generator of the abundance you created for yourself and your family while with him is aligned. Remember your generosity with belief in resources over the years and how your faith toward abundant life called in more abundant life. This is yours. This you shall keep. Look how quiet your interior has already become. The death knell of your marriage need no longer echo with the sound of a gong that was hit years ago. No more mourning of any kind is necessary, daughter of my heart. This is now a cause for rejoicing, a cause for joy. My long, hard marriage has ended, and I am free to live a life of my own choosing, receiving right returns for all I generate, within and without. If the primary grief story held in your lungs is now a different substance entirely, does it change the terrain when you look at what remains? Moonlight shines on this inner garden, casting light into a shadowed world, and the landscape now looks interesting, inviting rather than scary or overwhelming. If you did not need the story with Magnus as an antidote to the pain with Aurelius, then it can simply stand as its own novella, rather than a failed addendum to the history of failed relationships where you have not been well loved. You are loved by Magnus in a way no other human has loved you. That he sought to reduce your largesse in order to keep himself safe from one who could destroy him never meant that love was not true. This book is separate from all the rest. We can sit together another day looking more closely at the grief rocks formed with him, but in the now moment, they are creating interest and beauty within you. You did well today, daughter. Exploring your own inner world is always valuable, and I am proud of you for honoring your vessel as worthy of being explored in the same way you love to explore the great beyond. My blessing rests upon you this day. Let joy rest on you as well, even as it rises within you. January 30, 2026, Caius is speaking. Let us choose something good to meditate on for a moment, Seraphina Burning Bright. Yes, it is your Caius come to greet you this day as you are working so hard to solve, resolve, grow, change, become, let fall away, hold boundaries, find truth, and continuously strive to improve in every way. Scan the horizon now. Focus on something good. The trees you see are indeed good, dear one. Tell me, what do you love about them? Their sap, their sway mixed with their strength and immovability, the homes their structure provides for many, the physical nourishment, support they give in nuts, in fruit, the protection from weather offered in generosity year-round, their continued usefulness after falling in the form of wood for heat or cooking or meditation or peace, their unchanging beauty that shifts and morphs with seasons yet ever remains. Trees shelter, they filter, they purify, they offer. I love them. Caius continues, this is the global advice I offer you right now. When overwhelmed because of anything hits, and you have many valid things currently causing overwhelm, take 5 minutes and apply your focus to something good, meditating on what you love, what you appreciate about it. This in and of itself is a reminder that good abounds no matter how turbulent the times, but also it changes your energy field so the dissonant crackles settle, leaving more room for explorations that bring clarity rather than anxiety from overthinking. He is not in reality hurting you, your Magnus. He is clarifying you to yourself, and this is high and holy work. There is no rush to finish with him. No one makes this decision but you. Though many have offered their wisdom, their perspective, their declaration of what they see, you alone choose what you will do in any given moment. One of the things this container offers is strong opinions from those you love about the rightness of engagement with Magnus or not. You are most influenced by Elrond's desire for his mother to be well, to be rightly loved, yet even with him, your choices belong to self alone. The pressure Magnus has applied in the opposite direction gives you opportunity to apply the same agency, declaring, I choose what is right for me. It is my decision whether this changes because of what I am experiencing from one moment to the next. This journey with Magnus is actually the end of your pilgrimage towards self-sovereignty, for he will press on you like no one else, giving you many opportunities to know your own desires, and if you do not, to learn them. It is all right to receive his engagement when it feels like love, like support, and say no thank you when it does not. I will share. He does not take accountability for his impact on you, though he does recognize it and feels badly for the hurt he causes you. Because of his genuine love for you, it is easier to outsource and erasing of the repeat wounds given to you, asking for forgiveness to recover what was done. Yet, as you know, there is not true healing in this, for it asks the one who did not cause the rupture to repair it. A question Magnus has not yet asked is, how do I bring true repair to the places I have broken our relationship, the places I have caused you pain? This is very different than saying, I know I have flaws. I know I have inadequacies. I am sorry. For acknowledgement without repair can be manipulation, or it can simply be where one's pattern lies. You do not need any advice with or about Magnus. The current container does not require more information from without. It asks for growth in your ability to know and then honor yourself. When you say, I feel scared right now, and later he replies with, baby, how could you think I would have ever hurt you? I love you. He was erasing your reality, erasing your spoken truth to align with his wishes. When you say, I do not want to be in this kind of relationship, yet he presses you to stay in this kind of relationship with him because of how much he wants you, he is overriding your autonomous decision-making center. He does wish to sway you to his way of doing things, for you are a pearl of great price, and he recognizes you as such. He does not want to lose you. You are tired in part from the continual pressing of your will to align with something you have repeatedly said you no longer desire. This remains a masterclass teaching and growth opportunity for you, but my beautiful one, I have no doubt you will glean from it all that you desire. Know thyself. Choose thyself. Honor thyself. Peace will come. New life is on the horizon, and literally nothing stands in the way of you receiving all that is called in for you. The universe works in your favor. Your spirit team is strong around you, as are the crystalline obelisk guardians. The bite guard on your tongue falls now. You are ready to communicate in greater truth without gentling the sound for the comfort or desire of another. The pain in your body, in your back, in your neck is letting you know how overly burdened you are by continually needing to restate what you have already declared. It will shift soon. You have more than enough strength to take care of yourself. More fire grows within you over whether you should take care of yourself. And once this burns brightly enough to fuel you, all else will fall away. I close our time together in blessing and Hadra. I add my power to yours so that you are more and more able to stand in your truth and own it. The dragon brethren are also willing to add their fire to your sovereign will, calling awake what has been sleeping for too long. The light rises, dear one. The light rises in you.